Hi guys, my name is Corey Harris, and this is my music video analysis for my nonverbal communication course. So to introduce the song a little bit, it is Different for Girls by Dierks Bentley featuring Ellie King. This song was released back in 2016 on his Black album. For those who don't know, Dierks Bentley is a country artist, and he's fairly well known in the genre. This song actually won Vocal Event of the Year at the 2016 CMAs, the year it was released, and it also was his 15th #1 hit on the US Billboard Country Airplay. So before I get into it a little bit, I wanted to pick a song that was going to be able to be broken down a little bit. So we had to find the visual observations. We had to watch it with no sound, just watch the video. We had to just listen to the sound, the music. What is the atmosphere of it? And then we had to listen to the lyrics and then compare them all. I wanted to find a song that I knew of that I not only could break apart fairly easily, but also one that I may not have realized everything when I've heard it. And this song is definitely that. I've heard this song multiple times. I've seen the video a couple times on YouTube. But, I never really sat there and picked up. And I definitely picked up on a couple of different things. So the entire video, the first one, is the visual observation. So watching the video with no sound. The entire video is black and white. Basically, what you can take from it is... Sorry, my heater just kicked on. You can pick up from going through the event of a breakup from both sides, girl and boy. So here I kind of have a couple different things. For the girl, she's sad. She's laying in her bed, she's kind of draped across her bed, unorthodox, in almost like a throw blanket. And one thing she ends up sending a text saying, "I miss you." One thing I didn't notice until I sat there and actually kind of watched the video without the sound, really looking into those cues, nonverbal cues, was the person she said "I miss you" to, there was a light that was over top of the person's contact. You couldn't really see who it was. And something else that I noticed that they used throughout the video, was the way the light shifted. It kind of went from one side, and it kind of almost like a sun setting, to use it almost as a change in time. So she stays in bed for a while, and eventually she gets up out of bed and starts going out and getting back to herself and having girls' night by the end of the song. The boy, on the other hand, where the girl is in bed laying down sad, he's going out and he's drinking, he's hanging out with his buddies, he's hooking up in one-night stands, his place is a mess. He starts getting in, and they also, after the one-night stands, they start kind of using the light on him as well, to that change in time. And at that point, when time starts changing and getting over and longer, he starts getting into fights at the bar, gets kicked out of the bar, and then he ends up sending her drunk texts "I miss you, what are you doing to me, where are you?" And then by the end of the song, he actually does realize what he did. He's sitting there sad, what did I do? So the second one was audio only. I found this website, drawing a blank on the name of the website right now, but it talked about the 4 different ways to better... Sorry, I'm kind of just recording this on my phone, and I keep moving it. But the website talks about 4 different ways to really understand music better, and one of those was rhythm and meter. And sorry, lost my train of thought there. Rhythm and meter, it really just talked about where's the music going. So you can definitely tell there's a downbeat, and the rhythm of the song, it's soft and slow. Even though there is a pickup in the with the melody, it's a soft and slow song. You can definitely tell it's a sadder, a more, not a ballad, but it's a slower song. the melody, you know, I haven't done anything with music in a while, but it had that like a 1, 2, 3 kind of count, and then like it kind of picks up a little more upbeat, but it still stays that slow song. I know that with this song, I think this could probably go up with rhythm and meter, but I have found myself like tapping my foot or bobbing my head, dancing around to the song. But in all honesty, it's a song on heartbreak and how it's different for girls. The main harmony is Dirk Bentley and Ella King singing. You have the harmonization of different instruments as well, and then your texture and color. This one, I had a little trouble figuring out what color was in music, but texture, it's the different instruments and what they all bring. So like 2 of the main ones, you know, you get your drums and your different guitars, and then, you know, they all lead to a different or specific mood. Like the drum, like you can feel that downbeat that kind of makes you want to tap your foot, but then like the guitars, like there's different ones that are being used, and I couldn't even tell you what else was used in it, but they all led to the overall of the song. So the third one, sorry, my phone slipped again. Sorry about this. So the third one was lyrical observation. So after going through the first 2 and knowing about the song, it is a break, like it's not really a breakup song, but it is. It really talks about how guys don't show emotion and girls do, and how it's so different and easier for guys. Basically the lyrics are talking about like what girls cannot do when going through a breakup or a hard time. So like in the song, it's she can't put any t-shirt on and walk to a bar. She can't text her friend saying, I gotta get laid tonight. You know, she doesn't scroll through her phone looking for a Band-Aid. You know, she can't push down her feelings as easy as a guy, and going and getting plastered and blacked out doesn't help. So it just really sitting there and listening to the song and knowing all of that, it definitely is a song, like, it kind of talks, it's more of a raw song that talks kind of about the stereotypes that girls and guys go through when they're going through something, like a breakup. We had to compare and contrast. I personally couldn't think of anything on, like, the contrast side, or, like, to put up against each other. So, like, my compare is everything kind of blended together. There was not one thing I didn't think that they could have done better or that they could have changed. You know, you have that soft and slow beat from the music. The video's in black and white all together, and the different things that they do in the video. And then the lyrics, like I said before, like they were raw and real, and it all together, put together. It's just a very nice, good song that will hit you when you least expect it. So, kind of in conclusion, in the book it talks about stereotypes in chapter 13, I believe. So it says men, they're mainly task-oriented, rational, stubborn, hard-headed, forceful, and dominant. I don't know a man who isn't rational, stubborn, or hard-headed. So if you know one, let me know, because I'm surprised if there is one out there. Task-oriented, he stayed busy. He kept doing things. He kept running from the inevitable. You know, he stayed busy, but he didn't give himself time to feel it until it was too late. Where women, you know, were dependent, moody, sensitive, affectionate, and supportive. And, you know, we're dependent. We need other people. You know, we can't just seclude ourselves and go on. Like, it may help now, but it doesn't. We're sensitive and affectionate, like the I miss you texts, or looking back at old pictures or thoughts, and, you know, we're supportive, like we're there for one another, like her friend, like in the video, like the friends, like they were all there for her, like taking her out, like going on adventures, trying to get out and moving out of the house. I like that the song kind of took those stereotypes and put it in a light that maybe some people wouldn't realize what actually is going on with the song. So basically, like, if you don't listen to the lyrics, you will miss out on what they're singing about. The assignment is really, this assignment, I'm sorry, I keep drawing blanks on where I want to go with this. I'm really glad I got to do this assignment. It opened my eyes to an idea or the concept that nonverbal communication is more than just the nonverbal side. Like, there's communication that may not be like actual voice, but it can be in music, and it can be different things that are coming across with how things are said or how they sound. It really kind of got me there. And then it also was sorry, train of thought again. It really got me, it really showed like different things I've missed in a song or the music video. Like, there's that much work that goes into it, and we may not notice it, or we may take it for granted. We get in our cars and we drive, or we're in an elevator and there's music and we don't actually realize or think about it. We're like, oh, it's this song again, and like we skip it or something. But this assignment has really helped open my eyes to that, to how we miss out or take for granted different things.